Clock in, clock in. Black guy just walked in.
Yeah. He already dead, it ain't no need to check his vitals, bitch. He already dead, it ain't no need to check his vitals. Yeah, crunch time, yeah, nigga, it's lunch time. Let go, crunch time, yeah, nigga, it's lunch time. Yeah, crunch time, yeah, nigga, it's lunch time. Let go, crunch time, yeah, nigga, it's lunch time. He dead.
Team Black got to stand up, man. Yeah. Now I know y'all seen me doing multiple videos on Lil Mabu, and I had the same question on, I believe, every video, bro. Who is it, dude, bro? Like, and when I say like, who is it, dude? Like, is he them people? Is he the folks? Is he the feds? Is he NYPD? Can he arrest people? Can he set people up for the laws? Is his daddy the lieutenant? What the hell? Like, bro, it just throwing me off, bro. Then I be seeing all these little comments and all these little stuff y'all be saying, like, oh, he an industry plant and stuff like that. I don't even know if industry plants could be real, but if they can be real, he would be one of them. Hell yeah, he'll be one of them. He just infiltrated the whole drill scene and real deal used they hood background and just trolling with this shit. Like, dead ass real deal trolling with this shit. But I'm about to watch this video. Y'all see me been asking all these questions about like, who is this dude? Like, where he from? Like, is he really from the like, all these questions I've been asking about him, bro. So you guys sent me this video, the dark side of Lil Mabu. So he actually does have a dark side. So I guess when he go to the beach, he cover his face, arms, and everything, and he catch a tan on his belly button. His dark side must be on his stomach.
How does a kid go from this?
My name is Matthew DeLuca. I go to the collegiate school. I'm in 9th grade, and my favorite thing about Kids Walk for MSK Kids is getting together with friends and family to support such a wonderful cause.
To this.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the hell? That was proper as hell and you look like you was 11. Oh, this nigga tried to be the governor before he tried to be a drill rapper. What the hell going on?
Is getting together with friends and family to
getting together with friends and family with the MSK family. Nigga.
Support such a wonderful cause.
To this.
I can never snitch. That's on my kid. I put a chopper on a blade, put a blade on his.
I mean, that wasn't too dangerous. He had a laser and a damn knife, bro. Like, what the hell? He liked to cook his food with precision. He probably was making chicken tenders out of the whole chicken. Real deal slicing shit with the laser and the knife. Making sure the food was properly done right. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, he was probably putting in work with that knife, for real, in the kitchen. So, like, his image isn't too bad. It's just, I don't know, bro. Mabu might just make people real deal look at this shit and be like, bro, you can make anybody look kind of scary. A little bit, kind of gangster, bro. Cause like, I know there's a couple people somewhere like, damn, Mabu's terrifying. I know there's a few people out there like, look, he be having all red eyes and static shock. He might be a superhero or something.
On a blade, put a blade on his.
Lil Mabu, whose real name is Matthew Peter DeLuca, was born on April 4th, 2005 in Manhattan, New York. He went from a normal prep school child to one of the biggest drill rappers in the world.
2005 is crazy.
No matter what you think of his music, his story is nothing short of inspiring. In the last year, he has over 70 million views on music videos alone, and he sits at 5 million monthly listeners on Spotify. He's currently a senior at a collegiate school, the nearly 400-year-old Manhattan prep school that costs $60,000 a year.
That's what kind of scares me about this damn plant thing that they said. Like, this sound like some plant shit, for real.
School that costs $60,000 a year. I'm surprised he hasn't been kicked out of this private school yet, to be honest. You would think this kid would be a lawyer or doctor, but it seems like it's not going to happen with his career soaring to new heights with his release of Mathematical Disrespect. Mabu seems to have a good understanding of marketing and artists. He knew a white kid rapping the way he does would get mainstream attention, even if it wasn't all good.
Nah, he's lagging.
Yo, Mabu! Yo!
Mabu is not lacking, boy. He went to grab something real quick, boy. He's reaching for something. He's not lacking, nigga. He's grabbing his calculator. Mathematical Disrespect is out now.
Yo!
His aggressive tone and lyrics would make you think he's from the hood, but it wasn't always like that. His oldest song on his YouTube channel called Heartbreaking isn't drill rap whatsoever. It's generic emo rap that was popularized in 2017, but he was doing this in 2020 when it was becoming outdated. It wasn't until Mabu released a song called Demon Time, where you could hear the clear influence of New York shining through. And this is where Mabu actually started seeing success. And he leaned into the joke of him being white and rapping like this with a bunch of skits and YouTube shorts, putting them on his own channel. Unlike a lot of artists, no other artist put shorts up like he did.
Hey, listen to what? Yes, sir. No snitching. I guess like I'm listening. That's funny. No. This hard, son. We'll make you laugh with this one, bro. Yes, sir.
These types of videos remind
Is that daddy? Oh, they smart as hell, but they know what they doing, but they crazy. Where you came from? Somebody got some cheese?
me of what 6ix9ine did back in like 2018, where he would do skits that would just go viral on Instagram. What's truly remarkable about the situation is that Mabu is achieving this level of success while still in high school. He even flexed in his newest hit that he still has to be in school 8 hours a day, but he does better numbers than everyone who isn't.
I spend 8 hours a day in school and I still put up more numbers than these fleas.
It seems that Mabu is just a regular kid that went to prep school and grew up in a privileged family. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's just what it seems like. But as I was doing the research for this video, I started to discover some strange things with his father. This video is sponsored by my self. Go to cuffboys.com and buy a hat right now. They ship out within 48 hours of buying them. Thank you. Here's the rest of the video. His father, Peter, is the owner of Greenwich Village Funeral Home. I found two interesting articles that are pretty dark. Mourner attacks funeral director during wake. So someone attacked Mabu's father during a funeral, basically. So this Gorgon family was having a funeral for someone. And during this funeral, allegedly, Mabu's dad went up to one of the family members and hinted at another person in the family dying soon and saying she's next in a way to this family during their funeral. Mabu's dad told the cops that he approached him and just asked him about an unpaid bill about a previous funeral, but the family said that's not what he said to them. Gorgon was escorting his mother, who was the deceased woman's sister, through the funeral home at the time. DeLuca made it sound like she's next and that he wanted the business. I thought this article is pretty funny because it shows that Mabu's father has a set of nuts to say some wild shit like that to a family who is already grieving about someone who died. But I discovered something even more disturbing and dark. There's another article titled, "First Her Baby's Killed and She's at Death's Door, Then Her Hubby Stiffs Her." From 2006. Her 1-year-old son was killed in her arms in a freak apartment collapse that left her clinically dead. Her right leg was nearly severed. She contracted hepatitis from the blood transfusions. One of her lungs is still held together by the staples. And now Jane DeLuca says she discovered that her husband she relied on and trusted through 10 years of hell betrayed her, conspiring with a pair of disgraced Brooklyn judges to cheat her out of millions of dollars. In a bombshell lawsuit filed in Manhattan Supreme Court, the pain-ravaged woman says her ex-husband Peter DeLuca, Mabu's father, who operates Greenwich Village Funeral Home, worked with then judge and now convict Victor Barron under indictment suspended Judge Michael Garson and others to fix their divorce case, hiding Peter's assets and costing her millions of dollars. The couple was divorced in '98, but DeLuca's suit says she didn't learn she'd been cheated until 2003 when her ex's dad told her about the alleged collusion. Since all this happened in 1998, I don't think this is Mabu's mother. I think this is just his dad's previous wife before his mother. Jane married Peter in 1978, and their greatest dream was to start a family. After 8 long years, they were successful. Peter Craig DeLuca was brought into this world in a complicated and horrifying delivery in which Jane nearly lost her life. Their bliss became devastation 13 months later when their Sullivan Street townhouse collapsed. Jane had been on the top floor with the newborn baby when the floor gave away, but was clutching him to her breast underneath the rubble. For approximately 3 hours until their bodies could be rescued, Jane laid crushing and bleeding, experiencing almost agonizing pain of her injuries, except the greatest and most unbearable, that her child had already died in her arms. Jane herself was declared dead on arrival at the hospital, but medics were able to resuscitate her. Both of her lungs were punctured, her ribs crushed, her spleen ruptured, her right leg connected to her body only by skin. She spent over 60 days in the hospital and had to undergo 13 surgeries and 103 blood transfusions. The heartbroken mom contracted hepatitis B and C from the blood transfusions, as well as a rare blood disease that has dramatically increased the lifelong risks of contracting leukemia. She eventually received a $4 million settlement for losses and injuries from the building collapse, but she was completely unaware that her husband was manipulating her finances and a scheme to divorce her and leave her in physical and emotional and financial ruin. He sued her for divorce in 1996. She said she was bullied into a settlement in 98 that left her with a house and $1 million, with her husband holding on to the rest of approximately $10 million estate. Yes, this article is disturbing. My condolences to the family, first of all, for losing a child. This is a very sticky situation. I just thought it was insane that I found this article in the first place. This is the dark side of Mabu's family, that he lost basically a stepbrother, I think.
Dark side of his family sound like there was a lot of shit going on. You dig what I'm saying? And I don't think it was dark. I think everybody was seeing clear as hell. So the dark side, I don't know too much about the dark side. I think everybody's seeing what the hell was going on.
This isn't his mother. I don't think it's his mom because he was born in 2005 and all this happened in the 80s and 90s. So I just thought this was fucking unreal that his dad went through this. Obviously, we don't know why he would have divorced her at the worst possible time of her being injured and all that, but just a very dark, disturbing story that I discovered about Mabu's family. There's rumors that Mabu's dad is a record label executive and that Mabu's an industry plant, which I can tell you right now very confidently this is completely false. His dad is not a record label executive. There's this bullshit Reddit post, and I know Reddit's not a trustworthy place to get your information, but this guy wrote all this saying, before I get into it, there's some people who don't know who this kid is. It's common that you see comments like, how did this kid connected to the drill scene? Lil Mabu is the son of Jeffrey B. Vaughn, who's the former chairman and CEO of Capitol Records, and just gives a whole breakdown of this complete nonsense, which is false. There's no concrete evidence that he has any ties to a record label, but there was just suspicions because he got a lot of big artists to comment, fuck with his shit early on, which is a little suspicious, but who knows if he paid them or not. There's some people that claim his dad is Jeffrey Vaughn, who's the president of Capitol Records, which is laughable to me because I know Jeff Vaughn and I've met him and talked to him several times over the years because he's the guy that signed Lil Skies back in 2017, and I can 100% assure you his son is not Lil Mabu. All the family bullshit aside though, his music has struck a chord with a growing number of passionate fans who can't get enough of his catchy hooks, slick beats, and mesmerizing flow. Even if his lifestyle doesn't really match the lyrics, we all know that doesn't really matter anymore with the age of TikTok and the internet. Mabu's obviously not afraid to push the boundaries and experiment with new sounds, infusing his tracks with unexpected twists and turns that keep listeners on their toes. It's also somewhat of a meme that he
Dirt, what the hell you looking at, fam?
grew up in an upper class family and he didn't have to make it out the hood. As fans start to make fun of Mabu, he leans into the joke. He did this with being from a wealthy family and trip to the hood. That whole video is making fun of himself, pretty much. Taking a trip to the hood just to make it out. He's making fun of himself and trolling. Despite his growing fame, he chose to remain independent, releasing all his music without any label, manager, or contracts. Which I respect independent artists a lot. It takes a lot of balls to deny that upfront money. With the age of the internet, record labels are becoming more and more insignificant. The advance they give to smaller artists are never worth it because they can control your music and tarnish your image. And within the last 12 months, Mabu's career has gone to an entire new level. Getting big co-signs from other New York artists such as Didi Osama and Dusty Locane gives Mabu's name more credibility. I think what Mabu figured out recently is that music videos can create moments. It's almost the same model as 6ix9ine again, where 6ix9ine's music videos were bigger moments than when he dropped his own albums. And that's what Mabu's doing now, where he sees how a music video could captivate an audience and make it more viral than dropping a project, which is very, very hard to do. The song with Didi Osama, Throw, that music video was insane because of the beat switch and all of a sudden they're in a shootout on the street. Like little things like that add to why things go viral. I would put money that was Mabu's idea to do that too. I would bet a lot of money Mabu thought of that and was like, I'm gonna put that in a music video because that's gonna go viral. Mabu's music is captivating fusion of cutting edge beats,
So that's really his dad in these damn videos too.
mesmerizing melodies, and thought-provoking lyrics that defy the norm and push boundaries. The only thing I would worry about at this point is if he could stay relevant for the next 3 to 5 years. With the type of music he's making now, it's hard to grow and make it interesting after a few years of doing it. There's only so much amount of drill music you can make that's interesting and keeps an audience around for a long time. He clearly has the marketing brains, but his music has to stay interesting and captivating and keep the audience there. And I've been comparing him to 6ix9ine this whole video, who struggled at captivating an audience for his projects. He only made big moments from beefs and music videos. But it wouldn't surprise me if Mabu puts out his project in the next few months and has a good buzz.
Well, I can't say Lil Mabu himself got a dark side, but I can say like it's a little darkness in the past due to what we seen. But bro, we don't know what the hell actually happened. But I guess we'll see where this leads to, man. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video. I'm about done with that one.